Well, he grabbed gold in Rio, and now he's trying to grab the Mirrorball trophy, but it hasn't exactly been easy so far. Ryan Lochte and his Dancing with the Stars partner, Cheryl Burke, are with me now. Thanks for coming in, guys. So, Ryan, right off the bat, man, was it everything you thought it would be when you started, or how is it different from what you perceived it?
This is 10 times harder.
Really?
I've never thought, being an athlete, I thought, oh, this would be a piece of cake learning how to dance, but no, it's so hard, and luckily I have her as my dance partner because I would be lost.
Whip him into shape.
Yeah, because you figure as an athlete, how much more difficult can the training be or the discipline be? I can do that, but then it's just like learning a whole nother language, right?
Yeah, a whole nother language. Like, I'm a fish out of the water. Exactly
Literally.
what it is, yes. Literally, I am.
And Cheryl, what kind of student has he been so far?
He's amazing. You know, he's always on time, which is great. He's an athlete. He likes to have fun. He works hard, and you know, it doesn't come natural to him dancing at all. His posture we got to work on, but he really wants to do well, and he's giving me his all. So that's all you can ask for.
He's practicing right now.
Yeah, right? I'm constantly stabbing him with my nails.
Right. What was going through your mind in that first week when those protesters came and interrupted the judges?
You know, it was hard. It was definitely, like, I was in shock. I thought it was, at first I thought it was part of the show. I was like, all right, guys, that's not really funny. But then when I found out it was real, I was like, I was in shock, and I was like, wow, that could have been like, they could have came after us. Like, we don't know. And to have my family there in the stands watching that, I felt really bad. And I felt bad for Cheryl too, because the show's so classy and so like fun. Like, they didn't deserve that. And I mean, it definitely was hard. But you know, the support from everyone on the show, like just coming up to me and being like, keep your head up, staying positive, definitely really helped me get through that.
How was your mom when she...
She couldn't really say anything when I saw her after the show. She was just in tears because she saw her son go through that, and it was really hard for her. And I mean, it was hard for seeing my mom like cry. Every time my mom cries, I'm just like, I feel like,
of course, yeah, the mom's there.
Yeah.
What about your girlfriend?
She just gave me a big hug. She gave me a big hug and kiss and be like, stay positive. Like, we have your back.
And does she enjoy the process, or how's
She's
she
like,
taking it?
Ryan, you need a little bit more work. She's like, I'm not a dancer, but it looks like you're too stiff out there. I was like, I'm sorry.
Maybe she can help with that.
Right? Especially this week with the cha-cha.
There you go.
It's all about that hip action, Ryan.
Yeah.
You made it through the first elimination. You survived that, but what was going through your mind when you were standing up there?
Oh, I mean, like, my legs were starting to shake, my hands were sweating. I was grabbing, I was like, oh my God, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Like, it's so nerve-wracking, and I don't want to be in that position again.
Ryan, obviously this is a lot of fun, and you're doing it in something you've never done before, but are you thinking of Tokyo in 2020? Is that something conceivable?
You know, I definitely want to be back in the sport. I love the sport of swimming, but right now I'm in my break. From the sport, which is really good because it works out perfectly because now I can try to dance.
Oh, right, exactly.
But I definitely will be back.
And then what about when the swimming is competitively is over? What is it that you'd like to get into? You want to stay within the sport or do some other?
I definitely want to stay in the sport. I like working with kids. I love working with kids, like teaching them things that I've learned throughout my journey and just teaching them how to swim.